The town of Halifax holding their town meeting vote today after it was pushed back. The most talked about item on this year's ballot, how many select board members to have for the roughly 800-person town. NBC5's John Hawks caught up with town officials and voters at the polls today, and he has more from southern Vermont.
Halifax voters heading to the polls. Traditionally, a meeting held at the elementary school, but COVID concerns changed their plans.
Because of COVID, a few years ago, we started having all of our voting on an Australian ballot, and we've been using the community hall, which has been an amazing place.
The ballot includes the usual budget-related items, but one hotly debated question is whether or not to cut the select board from 5 members to 3. The thing is, voters upped it to 5 just last year.
Last year, a petition was put forth to have the select board increased from 3 to 5 members, and I believe that the public wanted more of a representation. They also wanted more of the duties and responsibilities to be split.
Select Board Chair Louis Sumner isn't worried about which way people vote.
Doesn't make any difference either way. I've worked with a lot of different people through the years. So. Yep, thank you.
But at least one resident believes they should be going back to 3.
I think a group of 3 people trying to come to a consensus is a lot better than trying to get 5 people, but it does depend on which 3 people are elected.
While others want 5.
So when I served previously with 3 members of the select board, I found that it was difficult as a working person to be able to put the time in that was necessary, especially after Tropical Storm Irene.
Sharing responsibilities is one advantage of 5 members, according to Edwards.
I am passionate about having more women serve, and often, the barriers to that do include time for women. Many of them have childcare responsibilities, and so those of us who have jobs, families that we're caring for, we'd like the opportunity to serve, and a 5-person board gives us a better opportunity to do that.
This time around, the town doesn't have enough people to fill 5 seats.
Currently, we don't have anybody on our ballot for either the 3-year seat or the 2-year seat. So tonight will be rather interesting to see who gets written in.
If no one is found, there will need to be a special election, but that teeters on how many select board positions are required after the vote. In Halifax, John Hawks, NBC5 News.